What's up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode of Spoiler Talk. Here we're going to give a spoiler review of Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. If you haven't seen the movie, you don't want to be spoiled, come back later and watch this video. Stay tuned for a PS5 giveaway at the end of the video. We just walked out the theater about a half hour ago, and we're back in the studio. So here we go. I love this movie. It was a good movie. Don't buy it. Don't listen to the critics. Critics don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is a good movie. This is a watchable movie. This is an entertaining movie. It's a good story movie. I don't know enough about the comics to say if it follows the comics or not, nor do I care. I was entertained by this movie. I think we all were entertained by it. I would recommend and go see it again. Gecko, what do you think?
I had to agree with you. I was watching this movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Just like the first one. Like I said, I have to agree with you. I love, the time I had watching this movie. Certain parts, yeah, they're little, but at the end of the day, I see it as because they were like cliche, but they're kids.
Yeah.
So I understand where that corniness comes. At the end of the day, I had to be honest. I enjoy the thing, like especially the little girl with the unicorn, like. Yeah. Taste the rainbow. that was fun. Yeah, and to me, it was a very entertaining movie. Like you said, I would not listen to the critics and I would go see it myself and support this movie because like that, we probably could have him on James Gunn's DC universe down the road, or I don't know. The fact that it's not getting no support, it sucks because it's a good movie. I have seen worse movies. I have seen worse movie where I'm like,
worse.
Damn, this sucks. No, I would totally watch this again. But what do you think, Sleepy?
There's very, very minor complaints. And that's to say a lot because I feel like this movie got the Black Adam treatment.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of complaining about wanting the Snyderverse, but again, people aren't showing up. I don't know how they want to keep that aspect, but they just don't want to actually support what's going on because this is a fantastic movie.
Well, Shazam is not part of the Snyderverse, so
yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder Woman.
Okay. Oh,
Flash.
Right. See, I thought. See. I forgot
You would expect him to know that, knowing that we went to see a DC movie and he's got on his Black Panther jacket and his Black Panther pearls, but he went to see a DC movie. Go figure.
Yeah, I was supporting. At least I was there. How about them people that want this? How about them people that want the Snyderverse and are not showing up?
I agree 100%.
But I have to be honest, like. It sucks that they're not supporting this. And
it's great.
This movie's going to tank at the box office.
Oh, super hard, bro.
Right.
We probably haven't seen a movie tank so hard as this. A superhero movie.
Yeah.
Because this is going to tank hard.
10 total, 11 people at the theater we went to.
Yeah, I'd say around there.
But everyone was enjoying the movie.
Yeah. And that's the problem. We're going to enjoy it and we're going to recommend it, but people are not gonna go watch it, because the critics.
There are 2 post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
And the Wonder Woman cameo, which was already spoiled online.
Which I thought the Wonder Woman cameo was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice, but I whispered to Gecko, I'm like, they should have tried that before they buried him. Like,
yeah. Well, the thing is that they didn't know about it.
He dies in the movie. Okay. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
it's a spoiler review. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. So, I liked how they did Wonder Woman at first. She wasn't talking. Yeah. They didn't show their face. And then, boom, the wizard is Wonder Woman. That shit was funny, bro. That was funny. Let's be honest. To me, that had me laughing where I was like, damn, why would they do Gal Gadot bogus? It was funny. Like I said, there's a lot in this movie to enjoy. I understand. I really don't know what fans really want at time, bro.
No, I think people are being drawn off by the critics.
I think so too.
The critics have too much power now to kill a movie. I don't think they should be allowed to see movies in advance anymore.
I
So I have gone to see movies in advance. I think we need to see the movie the day before or the day of. Make them pay like the rest of us. No more free stuff. Go see it and then judge it.
Yeah.
Don't kill a movie a week out, 2 weeks out.
because I feel that's you know, and we're gonna bring that topic to this table because it all's a big circle and it's all in the same industry and the same thing. It's the same thing that's happening to Marvel.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's a domino effect. One person says something negative and the second person wants to be cool. So they'll expose it more and they'll keep saying more. And I actually had to agree with you. Probably critics shouldn't see this movie. And I understand what studios are doing it. They're doing it because, you know, we're not a big channel. We're a baby channel, but some huge channels where they review these movies, and not only the huge channels, but the big Hollywood critics, they're not even supporting it. They're getting it for free. They shit on it. Well, guess what? Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
This population, a lot of the population don't really got a mind of their own.
Yeah.
You tell them what they want, and if they want to be part of a crowd. And that's the problem that I feel like I had to agree with you.
Yep.
They're giving them it. To be honest, if you're gonna give it free, a day in advance is okay.
Yeah.
But you're giving it a week or two. Everybody being negative about it. By the time you get to watch it, some people, I got friends that wait until the movie comes out to buy tickets. They hear negative reviews, they don't go see them. So it kind of sucks. And I had to agree with you. They probably shouldn't let critics review these movies because I'm seeing just a huge pattern here.
And the pattern's something with the action. I don't know if it's they don't like showing more violence.
I don't
in
think
the
it's the
aspect.
action.
But every time there's a movie with a ton of action in it, or it's something that they're trying something new, it gets a tank score.
I don't think it's action though.
What do you think it is?
I think it's superhero in general.
I've been hearing that for years about
Well, look at but look at Avatar and look at Top Gun.
because they're not superhero movies, and Avatar is its own thing.
No, and I totally understand. But look how they were praised by critics.
But why was Top Gun successful? It wasn't Marvel or DC, didn't have any homosexuality or transgender issues, and it was that white male Republican family values type who went out and supported that. Avatar is a totally different case. That just shows us that James Gunn is the king, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, true.
The king of the spectacle. So we bow down to him.
Sorry for
But
doubting you, sir.
That is why, but trust me, would they be the same if Tom Cruise, which is a later topic, joined Marvel or DC or a superhero movie? Would it go the same? And plus, there's nothing wrong with having superhero fatigue. If people a lot of people thought Avengers Endgame, I'm done. Let me step out.
Yeah.
And even Marvel or DC are starting to realize, if you want to come in now and watch Marvel, you got to watch 30 films.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to put in 9 or 10 TV shows. That's like a commitment of a year
As someone who's
to
done
get
it,
caught up.
it takes a while.
Yes.
Yeah, Sleepy D
And I'm
has
still
done it
trying
so lately. He did it lately to catch up to us, to be here.
You
And
got in Star Wars, you got 11 films and all the TV shows. That's a lot of stuff. Like if you're new, like the nerds like us, we gonna watch no matter what.
yeah, we're following.
Like even if it sucks, we still go watch.
Yeah, true.
If it's great, we still go watch. It just so
And we'll
it's
give our honest
it's hard,
reviews
and
on it.
people are just with streaming. People just don't want to go to the movies either anymore.
It's a tough battle, a picky battle out there where you don't know who you want to satisfy because you satisfy this person, but then this person doesn't get satisfied. It's basically what's happening to us, where obviously we like to do this long form videos, but you know, something with shorts is making more views and
Yeah.
getting more subscribers, even though it's not a huge thing. And it's like that. It's hard to satisfy everybody at the same time. This is what's happening right now. But to be honest, if you put the critics out and people who actually see these movies before seeing the critic score, I think people will have different opinions on these movies.
But I think the billion-dollar movies are going away
I agree with you on that.
because of streaming.
I agree with you on that.
I believe
Because
that.
it's easier to just pay $9, $10, $15 a month, buy your big screen TV and watch it at home.
That is true.
You don't have to deal with crowds. The food is not as expensive. And you can just sit there. You can pause it and go to your own bathroom, which is clean. And you can chill in your underwear or whatever and watch. And I think the studios during the pandemic went a rush with streaming to get that easy streaming money. Now realize they're killing movies.
Yep. They're killing their box offices.
And you have to sort of make a decision now. Either we're all in on streaming or we're all in on movies. And you can tell a long-form story in a TV show. Mandalorian, which is out now, or The Last of Us, imagine either one of those as a 2.5-hour movie. And you just compress everything. But you stretched out The Last of Us to 9 episodes. You want to stretch out The Mandalorian to 8 episodes. You can let that story breathe and go and introduce stuff. This past week's episode of The Mandalorian would not work in a movie.
No.
But you had enough time to tell it in streaming. And that's another problem. All the studios went to streaming, and you killed the movie theater. Because 5 years ago, that movie theater would have been 50% full for a matinee showing on a Sunday.
Minimum.
What do we get, 13, 15 people at most?
At most.
Right.
On
It was great.
that theater that got some mall
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
And that
on
mall,
a Sunday.
that mall was crowded. That mall was crowded.
They weren't going to go see Shazam. So.
Nope.
I don't even think there was a poster for it.
No, there was one poster.
Not upstairs. They had.
There was a poster. There wasn't the big giant things that we see when it's other blockbusters. Because that's another problem.
I don't remember
Warner
seeing
Brothers
one.
shitted on the movie.
Yeah, I think it. Now, let's leave critics out of this and move to the Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They did not promote this movie.
Nope.
Let's be honest. It didn't have no promotion. I think they did the smart thing of having it on lock until the day before it came out with the critics.
Yeah.
I think that was, but they no promotion. Look, aside from, and that's if you watch wrestling, aside from AEW having the little signs on the sides, legit, it was like 2 Titrons screens, and they said Shazam, Fury of Gods, and the wrestler would come. Aside from that, where's all this promo? We only got like what, 1 trailer or 2 trailers?
Big one. Yeah,
Two.
Two?
It was 2 trailers.
One and an extended
One a year ago, and you had a small one during the Super Bowl. A small one.
That's it.
So where did the other 100 out of the $110 million? Where'd the other 80 million go? Because I ain't seen no promotion.
It should have went to
Where was the
part of it.
Skittles plays a very important part in this movie.
Yeah.
Where's the Skittles pack with Shazam?
Shazam, Fury of
family on the package?
Yes. Skittles is a very
A limited edition flavors or
Flavor,
something.
Yeah. And
Or you know what? The S in how about the promotion of the S of Skittle being the Thunder?
Yeah.
It is true. Where's the branding of this movie out there?
when you see a Marvel movie, everything's when you walk through a grocery store, all the superheroes are out that summer.
Yeah.
On something, a popsicle box, a peanut butter jar, some Rice Krispie treats, for example. Shazam, I went grocery shopping this morning, didn't see nothing.
No?
Didn't even
No.
if we knew the movie was out because we were going to see it, we bought tickets. Most people probably don't even know this movie's out.
And then
Done.
another thing, the timing of the movie being released.
True.
It was ready a year ago.
And you decide to release it when you have movies like Creed 3, you got movies like Scream 6,
John Wick coming next.
John Wick coming out next week. And if you haven't had
Mario Brothers,
Demon Slayer being out, even though
the Dragons. This was like the worst time to release a movie.
anything, you would have released it like at the end of January. This movie probably would have performed better at the end of January.
But it's just, once again, Warner Brothers being Warner Brothers, which we will talk about later. This is just what they do. they don't know how to run this studio, the guy in charge, and they're trying to be sold. So they're trying to rush this stuff out and hand it over to James Gunn and just say, here, we got to release it contractually, which I hate to bring this up. Why the fuck would you release Batgirl then?
True.
It's
Finish
weird.
that movie and release it. And it just shows you that Warner Brothers used to be like the studio in Hollywood. It's where everybody went. Now it's like, let's just go there and get this out of the way. Because think about it. We have a Blue Beetle movie coming out.
Where's the promo for that?
Who's even starring in it? We know nothing about this movie.
That is very true.
You don't. I don't even. I heard the name of the actor once and I forgot.
Right. It's like, say what you want about Marvel. They put out trailers and posters and stuff months, years in advance.
Yes.
They don't always show us the footage, but they will bring that footage to whatever Comic-Con or D23 event and show it off. They barely showed anything at Comic-Con last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have nothing to show this Comic-Con.
True.
Because think about it. They're not going to probably start filming anything till next year.
Yeah.
So you might get the Aquaman trailer.
Well, we probably.
true.
I think the only thing we're getting from Comic-Con this year might be the rest of Chapter 1, the slate.
But that's just it.
No, yeah, you ain't getting nothing else.
So
Yeah, no trailer, nothing. You'll probably get.
the Superman movie's over 2 years away.
Yeah, no, you'll probably get a trailer for Aquaman, probably. Let's be honest.
I don't know because they don't have the money.
And the disaster of the shit show it is, with this test screening, which we have a episode that we talk about that, which link will be in the description.
Yeah.
Aside from that, they probably are like saying, you know what? Why promote? Why waste money promoting a movie that it's a shit show?
Yeah.
It's a disaster. So,
But you spend no money promoting your last two movies, Black Adam and Shazam,
Which were phenomenal movies.
which were good, very good to great movies.
yes.
Save the last post-credit scene.
And
Pointless.
this should have been this should be a $400 million movie easy. It's going to struggle to make $200 million worldwide. And it's a shame.
And it's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame because this part of the Snyderverse is good because he's not directing it.
No.
He's not writing it.
Yep.
And so, but yet you threw so much money into that director's cut of Justice League that it was basically you wasted time.
Yes, I agree with you. Especially to then, and we're going to put it out there, especially for it not to be canon. I know people are going to be like, oh, yeah, it's canon. It's not, because the Josh Whedon version is the canon version.
Right.
It is. Like, read it anywhere. Everything that comes out related to that universe goes through that Josh Whedon Justice League. But like I said, the movie is a great movie at the end of the day. And the fact that it's not going to get the viewers, it sucks.
But think about it. With the exception of special effects, which they didn't spend the money to clean up, I have nothing wrong with this movie at all. Because me and you were talking off mic.
Yeah.
Had they cleaned up the dragon more, it should have looked better.
Yeah. But I'm not going to complain about it.
The
No, I'm
riding
just saying,
sequence.
that's my complaint.
No.
You didn't spend the money to fix it.
Because story-wise, the story was good.
It's good.
Everything was good.
Let's get...
minor CG.
Exactly, but let's get back to the movie. Movie's good. It looked good. Minor hiccups, which, like you said, if they clean it up, it's a good. But story flowed well.
Yeah.
The cameos that it had were
Awesome.
good.
Yeah.
The fights were great.
The villains were good.
Oh, Lucy Liu. Haven't seen her in something in a long time. And
Helen Mirren.
yes, they were great. Certain parts you knew where the story was going, but it's part of all the movies.
Yeah.
Like when you told me, oh, the girl's setting him up, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're right, because it's a third sister.
Right.
And so
I thought it was the second sister who transformed. I got completely thrown off. Like, oh, there's a third.
yeah, no, there's the daughters of Atlas. Even on everywhere is
Yeah.
3. Yeah. So I think, to be honest, minor hiccups. It wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, what rating would you give it?
8.
I give it an 8 too.
Comfortable.
I give it an 8 too. A solid 8.
Solid
Very
8.
comfortable 8.
Most that I could give is like an 8.5.
Yeah.
But I think at an 8 it sits well. I think it sits well because the movie, when you watch the whole movie, at the end of the day, the movie flows well. I think the actors did well.
It took too long to come out because the
that-
kids have aged.
Yeah. Yes.
So it took way
Yes.
too long to come out. To the point where, spoiler alert, Mary Marvel, when she transforms, is so old now, they just use her in the adult scene. And
Which is funny.
Which is funny because I'm like, wow, that's how old she's gotten.
She's
Yeah.
in her adult form
Right.
already. Like,
Yeah.
So she doesn't have to change. She's always the same.
Yeah.
And it's just, DC has good stuff. They just don't believe. They're like Star Wars with movies. They don't believe in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting out movies. They don't market them well. They don't spend enough money on them in the special effects department to make this a great movie. This should have been a $40-50 million weekend. This should be a $300 or $400 million movie easily, just on par with the first one. I like it better than the first one.
I like it better than the first one.
I agree.
And I would still give the first one an 8, but I like this one more. I had a better time with this. They expanded the story greatly.
I think so too. And I'll be honest, I gave the first, we never reviewed it or nothing, but I will have to agree with you too. When Sleepy said that he would give it a 7 in not bad rating,
7.
Right.
but I told you, 7, I would have gave it easily an 8, just like I'm giving this one an 8. It's good, entertaining. Like I said, like you said, little minor things with the dragon, like you probably, and at the end of the day, wasn't the dragon made of wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another
It's not
thing.
even the dragon itself. The dragon itself. But
I think it was
when you
like
had
the wings and
then
shit.
the lady who was riding it. When you saw them both together, it literally just looked like someone was just sitting on something.
Yeah.
Just
that was
moving
it.
them around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
To
you
your
could-
left, to your right. Go forward.
It
go
didn't
back.
feel natural. That's the only
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Only big complaint I had was
It would have been cool if she wouldn't have been on top of the dragon.
Yeah.
They probably should have went with that. Like she commanding the dragon, and then she's like jumping because obviously she could fly and shit like that. So and even if she couldn't fly, she already had taken the power of a lot of the
5 of them.
5 of the family, where she would have had the power. So it would have been cool if the battle would have been the 2 of them between the lady and the dragon, between Shazam. But it is what it is. Like you said, they probably shouldn't have had her on top of the dragon.
it was weird.
It felt it looked at because the dragon looked at with all those wood spikes and everything, and she looked at like I now that you explained that, she did look kind of weird.
The dragon itself when you
Looked
saw it,
nice, yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
Like it.
All the mythical creatures.
Yes,
They were badass.
they are to the actual mythology.
Which was the harpy, the minotaur, the
the ogres.
The ogres, the cyclops.
Cyclops, which are
Still can't
trolls.
figure out
Oh,
what the
The griffin, I think it's called.
it's like
Lion.
griffin with the lion head and the scorpion
They get
tail and the
scorpion.
wings.
I think that's called the griffin. I could be wrong. I know you'll correct me.
Yeah, we Greek mythology, so
Cerberus.
Right.
I
we
don't know.
can.
But, and the Wonder Woman scene was perfect.
I thought the
Yes.
Wonder Woman scene was perfect too.
First
Little-
post-credit scene was great. The second one sucked.
It'll work.
Yeah, so
But the Wonder Woman scene was perfect timing. I would have liked to seen the Superman cameo that was cut.
I would have liked to
been
see
nice.
that.
Right.
They gave you a little teaser in the beginning with him just standing right there at the lunch table, but that was it.
But that's from the first movie.
First movies, yeah.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to actually play that
No,
off.
I think there was another scene expanding on that, and they cut it
Yeah, I
because
agree.
they hate Henry Cavill.
Yeah, they do.
Which is
Yeah, which goes to show you, I'm not sold on James Gunn, but I get why you picked him over The Rock, but I'm still not sold on it.
Oh yeah.
So we'll wrap it up there. 8s all around, correct?
Oh, 8. Yeah, we recommend it.
We would highly recommend this. Please
Yes.
go see this.
watch it.
Everybody complains about Marvel stands and nobody goes and see this. Go see this movie at the box office. Maybe you'll get some other than a Marvel or a Star Wars movie. So
Yeah.
prove it to people why Disney runs the box office, because they got a loyal fan base. Where are all you Snyder fans at? Snyder versus this, Snyder versus that.
And
Go
we're
see it.
Avid
Support this.
Marvel fans, and
Yeah.
we're telling people to go watch DC because we
Marvel fan.
we
all.
genuinely love the movie.
Yes. All right. We are giving away a PS5 at 5,000 subscribers. Just comment, leave a thumbs up. Tell us what you think about us. Tell us what you think about the channel, our review, and you'll be entered a chance to win that PS5 sitting right over there off camera. Deuces,
Deuces, nerds.
nerds.